Sometimes I get better at singing, sometimes it feels a lot like the weekend. I do my best thinking when I'm drinking.
Hello, 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 and welcome to Line Drunk. So the next several weeks, probably around 5 weeks, will be from the ATX Television Festival. I have been going since their second season, season 2, which was 2012, I believe. I think that was 2012, 2013, maybe 2013. I don't know. I know it was 11 years ago. Anyway, so this first episode, I have 3 interviews with people that I either met at the festival. Well, I mean, I met them all at the festival, but like one is a friend that is in the TV member program that they have. The other 2 interviews I have are from people that I just met this trip. So I hope you enjoy, and sorry for the loudness because I wasn't where I could record quietly like I am now. I did my best to edit the background noise as much as I can, but I'm not that professional yet. I'm still working on it. I'm still growing. But enjoy.
Okay, so I am here at the ATX TV Festival with Laurel.
Yes, hello.
And what are you drinking?
I am drinking a Western Sun Blueberry vodka.
What do you think?
I'm loving it. Because I don't normally drink straight alcohol. I'm
But
a
it's
mixer
good,
kind of
right?
person,
Good
but
flavor.
this is totally fine.
Okay, so what is your current favorite TV show?
My current favorite it's a limited one, but it's on Hulu. It's called Saint X.
And what's that
And
about?
it fits into my true crime love. It's about it's about a family goes to vacation on an island. I don't remember which one, and one of those fancy all inclusive resorts. And their eldest daughter goes missing and ends up being found deceased. A couple of the workers from the resort, and of course it's one of those class, money versus not money, race, and all those things come into play, because if you've ever been to one of these resorts, you know that the people that work there, they're not being paid equivalent to what it costs to go to a place like that, just for example. But they still have to do the sort of Disney thing of making a magical experience and waiting on people hand and foot and yada yada. So a couple of people that work there get blamed for it. It doesn't really ever come to anything, and then there's time jumps. So you see a lot of what happened in that time frame, and then 20 years later, she had a little sister who's now grown. One of the accused accidentally sort of comes into her life, and so it's a mystery, but not a mystery because nobody knows. She doesn't know. Did they do it? Then no one was ever caught for it or charged for it or whatever. So it's an open end, which the finale is now up. So that's what I'm trying to get to find out what happened. But I have a feeling they're not going to tell us, because how are you going to have season 2?
Right. Favorite go-to TV show or classic show?
My go-to is always The West Wing. That's now my favorite background. During the pandemic, it was a whole rewatch just to have on, having to work from home and all that sort of thing. So that's always my go-to. I used to describe it as it's like hearing old friends, being at a party and hearing old friends talk in the other room. That's what it's like for me.
Did you go to the panel when they had it years ago?
Oh, did I? I got to shake. I got to shake Aaron Sorkin's hand. I got to meet, just very briefly, quickly talk to Richard Schiff, and I was called him Josh Lyman. That's not his name. But just to meet that, that was all time for me. Even more so, because I also love Friday Night Lights. But being in the same room with them and having that reunion panel with them was just the epitome. And I think it's what, I think everybody probably has one thing from ATX that, forever tied you to
Right.
ATX. So I think even if I won't have that experience with anything else, I'll keep coming back because those experiences can happen. My other second favorite thing that happened in ATX was one year. It was the year John Singleton came with Snowfall.
Okay.
And I was just walking between venues, and I came around a corner, and he was coming around the corner the other way on his morning run in Texas. And so I almost bumped into him, which is wild. And then I look, because, I know who he is. I'm a child of the 90s. I know all of those things. And I was just this is so ATX.
Favorite guilty pleasure TV show? For lack of a better term.
Right. Yeah. I think going back, I don't think I have one now or anything that's currently airing now, because I feel like most people would say a reality TV show, and I don't really watch any of the ones that are just for drama. I watch the competition ones. So I would say going backward, it was definitely the OC.
Okay. What are you most looking forward to at the festival?
I'm most looking forward to maybe finding or seeing something new.
Okay.
I don't have I'm so excited for this one thing and that's what I'm here for, which is the nice thing about the festival, that then you kind of get to experience everything and there's no just one thing. So I'm excited and my favorite things are always the like behind the scenes. So probably later today is actually it's a panel I think with writers about doing series finales. So I'm excited for that. Yeah, that's what I love. My all-time favorite panel here ever was one about stunt performers and how they choreograph stunting, and they actually showed us a side by side of like the being choreographed and practicing it, and then the actual what aired, and it was like to the movement inch second exactly the same for safety, obviously. So you learn a lot here.
Yeah, I guess last question. Go-to cocktail.
It is now a vodka soda because I live someplace hot, so I'm always looking for something refreshing that's light and isn't going to feel. The unfortunate thing about those sometimes is they go down very easily, and then you find yourself
on number 4 or 5.
Exactly, unintentionally. So always something kind of light and refreshing and cold for sure. So, and then if easy go to is also I like a cider. Almost any cider.
Oh, those are good.
Yeah.
Well, thank you.
Thank you.
All right.
Please come out.
I'm here with Caroline.
Yeah.
And what are you drinking?
Tonight I'm drinking Prickly Pear, Western Sun, South Texas vodka.
It's really good.
Smells delightful.
Favorite current TV show?
We just finished Succession. We are just finishing Maisel. What else are we watching right now? I mean, Gilmore Girls, Lifetime. Like, I'm always watching the Gilmore Girls and Golden Girls.
That's your, like, all-time favorite show?
Yeah, like my bedtime shows, like, I'm watching a girl show. Golden or Gilmore.
What's your favorite guilty pleasure show? For lack of a better term.
Current Queer Eye. I'm loving
like the Netflix
Queer
one or
Eye.
like the old one?
Netflix.
Okay.
Current. Yeah, I've been, like, watching that like mad. Like, he comes
How's
in,
the
he's
new
like,
one?
again, you're watching it? I love it. I love a makeover show. Like, Transformation is like, oh, I love it.
Okay.
Love it.
Favorite cocktail?
Ooh, I like a good cranberry vodka.
Simple, easy.
Yeah. Go right for
I think that's all
pure
I
drinking.
have. I don't know.
What else?
What do you think of the Prickly Pear?
Ooh, smooth. It's got a little bite back.
I mean, it's still vodka,
Ooh.
but yeah.
Yeah, but it's got like that. Look at the end. Ooh, it's good. I like it. Do you know, I was just at Catskill Cuisine in the Catskills, and this lady was like, she poured me a shot of vodka, and then she goes, no, I got to teach you how to drink. And I was like, do what? So she like pours it. She's like, the first one you just sip half, and the second one like you throw it back, and that's when you like really taste the flavor. And I'm like, I'm getting schooled on how to drink vodka. I feel like
I didn't know there was a way to school someone on drinking vodka.
It was called a Farm 1857 vodka, and that is this farm up in New York. And yeah, she schooled me hard.
And share your podcast since we're here.
So we own a podcast network called Pod Clubhouse. So we actually mix and match hosts from other podcasts, and we all chat together, because lots of times it's very isolating, right? You only have one host, or maybe it's just yourself. And so we like to mix and mingle. We have people with neurodivergent backgrounds. We've got all different types of people who come from lots of different backgrounds who like come together and talk. And sometimes it's hilarious. Sometimes it's like, oh my, but it's always good.
I'm all for the fun.
Yes.
Not something boring.
Well, we did some controversial shows over the years that I feel like got brought up a lot of stuff, like within families, within a lot of things that people got real on those conversations. And it was good.
Sometimes it happens on my podcast, not very often.
Well, when people get drunk, they get pretty real.
They really do. So I edit nothing out.
Oh, I like that. It's all for real. For Bull.
So what are you most excited about the festival?
Oh gosh, I was super excited about Justified because we completely watched that series and then actually went back and watched the pilot and the finale just to remind ourselves where Raylan was. So I was excited about that. And then the Cheers reunion I think is going to be really fun. We love Righteous Gemstones.
Favorite show right now.
So fucking good. Sorry, I don't know. Swearing okay?
Oh, yes. Yeah, okay. Fine.
If you're a drunk podcast, it should be okay.
I have a spin-off idea for the Righteous Gemstones.
Ooh, you want to share?
I will off the podcast.
Oh, okay, because you don't want someone to steal it.
Well, I was told I couldn't say it at the panel.
Oh, well.
Yeah, but they know about it.
There's rules then, okay. Get to the pitch competition with this action.
But I don't know, maybe. But how would that work if I'm pitching an idea for a show that's already on air?
Well, it would be a little hinky, but you could try to pull it off.
The other idea I have for a TV show is called Shit-Faced Investigations.
We're all drunk and we solve mystery?
Well, kind of. I mean, you give everyone all the equipment for ghost hunting and get them wasted and then send them to the haunted place.
Paul's ghost hunted in Gettysburg.
How was that?
Pretty freaking wild.
It's a little spooky, but have you seen
They're soldiers, dude.
on the new Max channel? You know, they folded in the Discovery properties. With,
I haven't checked it out yet. I haven't had time, but I want to.
they have like the Travel Network and ID, or ID, I don't know.
Investigation Discovery Channel.
That one.
But I think we should call it ID.
But
I'm okay with that.
we never bothered with those channels too much, really, because we've been streaming for so long, and here they show up on our streaming platform. And the Travel Channel has put all these shows in. They're all ghost shows. They're all ghost shows, and they're a lot of them are hosted by Jack Osborne. I had no idea.
Yeah, Jack.
Jack Osborne.
Who even knew? He like
was
went and got a gig
paranormal
after.
hunter of some sort.
Doesn't he have... what does he have? Not Parkinson's.
No,
Multiple sclerosis?
maybe.
Maybe? I
I'm
think
not
so.
sure.
Something like that.
Neither of us are medical
I'm
doctors,
not
but you might be.
Totally
I'm
sure on
not.
that.
Okay, so
But
as
there's
it turns
multiple
out,
seasons of Jack Osborne scoping out Scooby.
spooky, Los Spookies. That was one of my favorite panels in the past. Los Spookies.
I
It
didn't
was
go to that
so
one.
fun. Oh my gosh, we ended up at well, we had a good time afterwards. It was good.
We
Drinking
ran
was
into
involved.
Fred Armisen, actually.
It was so fun.
Yeah, turns out I'm not
So
a tall
fun.
man. This is a podcast. You can't tell this. I am not a tall man. I had 3 inches on Fred Armisen.
Yeah,
I was very happy about it.
He does look very tiny.
He was a petite man. Yes.
I'm glad about that.
Did you feel taller?
It's a little
I
something.
don't get that very much.
Paul put it in his journal. He's like, "Dear diary, I was taller than Fred." And I was like, "You go, Glen Coco." I'm proud of him.
Well, thank you.
You're very welcome. It's lovely to be guests on your show. This is
For the
Caroline.
quick
And Paul.
Come see us over on Club. No, come see us at Pod Clubhouse.
And
That's
we'll
what
do
my
a full
mom-
episode sometime.
That'd be so fun. My mother constantly calls it Club Pod House. It's Pod Clubhouse.
Moms.
She's like, Nintardo. I'm like, no, Mom.
My mom does not listen to my show.
Neither do ours. No, I don't know what they
My
would
dad
think.
does. He's so proud as
Uh,
a retired minister.
Oh no. I'm sure he's very proud. That's funny. But hey, you're getting out, you're doing
I'm
things,
trying.
right? I love it. Well, what are you looking forward to seeing at the fest?
The Righteous Gemstones.
Yeah. Do you think they're gonna do like a revival part? Because I really want them to not just sit and talk to us. I really want them to like.
I
do
would love
something.
nothing more than if Edie Patterson came out and sang.
Yes. When she said that line, say the line. How does it say?
Is it? There's two that are favorite. It's either that it made something that made her
Her bird twitch. That always cracks
Yes,
me up.
yes.
I was like, oh my
Or-
god, I
or
didn't
her
never have the
gooch
words
pucker.
for that, but I know what she means. And what's the other one?
That one made my gooch pucker.
My gooch pucker.
Yes.
So I do this move like this, where something but gross happens, and I go like that. That's gooch pucker. It's like that. Yeah, can you believe it? You just like found us
You
walking
can
out
put a
of
diagram
this
on your podcast page
of my hand.
I'll take a video and post it. Just of your hand.
Oh my gosh! Of course, of
And I'll
course.
put your Instagram handle on it.
Yeah,
too.
please.
See, then-
That would be wonderful. Everyone would be so proud of me.
Right,
All I've accomplished.
exactly.
Edie would be so proud.
Right.
That's the main thing. That's funny.
Really looking forward to that panel.
Yeah, it should
It
be
will be
good.
great. I'm super excited. Although I hope they let us ask questions. Unlike
Morning.
tonight at
What
They were
happened?
on
Just
stage
aside.
for like 10 seconds.
Because a comedian had a show at 8 o'clock or something, or 8:30.
In there?
Was
Yes.
it Theo Vaughn? Theo Vaughn has a
Oh, is he here tonight?
had a,
I have
has a
no idea.
sign in the lobby says June.
Okay, I'm
1st
gonna
to
I'm gonna
9th.
show a little ignorance here. Theo Vaughn is on Righteous Gemstones, right?
No, but he was
No.
on MTV's Real World, right? Road Rules?
Oh, okay.
I think
Maybe
he
that's
started
why I
on
know this
MTV and then
one.
became like the comedian he is.
Okay.
I don't know. I
I
don't know.
don't know either. I know him
You know
from.
who he
I
is.
do know him. Yeah, he's like a mullet, right? He's a
Yes,
mullet.
he has a
yes,
mullet.
I do know Theo.
For
Yes, he's
whatever
funny. He's funny. I remember. He's the one who said that he didn't have a sweater as a kid. Like he knew the rich kids because they wore a sweater. He just wore like 2 shirts. I know. What a silly thing to remember. You're like, you are a silly podcast host.
No, I like it. I'm good. All right.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hit record. We'll figure this out. Okay.
Do it all in one night.
All right. So, say your name, and then we'll go with the first question.
Copy. Okay.
Favorite current TV show?
Okay. Brandy Lau. favorite current TV show? Well, it's hard because pretty much every show just ended this week. So I will say my current show that I was most sad to see go and really enjoyed this last season was Marvelous Mrs. Maisel. I really loved how they did the final season and the time jumps throughout the final full season, because then you didn't feel like they were saving it all to just say like, Midge succeeded. It's like, and then it ended and you didn't know what happened. It was like you got little bits and pieces of it throughout the entire season, so it felt like less traumatizing when it did finally end, even though I still was like, this could have gone on for another season, and I think they would have had great material, but I really appreciated the way they did that, and I thought that they really did a great job with the last one. But I loved that show the entire way through, and like I felt like it was very true to the plight of women, especially in entertainment, trying to like really succeed, and they did a great job this season of showing just like the true sexism of no matter how finally she got her act together, it was so polished, and it still just didn't matter. But to some men, they were like, but you're still a woman and we don't know what to do with you. And it was like, okay, now she's earned it and she still can't have it. And it was like, that felt accurate and like broke my heart a little. So it made it extra beautiful when like she finally did get her big break and like finally moves on. So that was this currently my favorite. Mourning the loss. Goodbye, Basil. Yeah.
My current favorite show is probably Vanderpump Rules.
I don't even know what drama's going on.
Listen, it is a full-time job, and I have taken it on, and it feels like a lot like crack in that, like, I'm just cycling through news articles, looking for new little tidbits of information, like Tom Sandoval.
Are you doing like a deep dive, like some kind of crime podcast to go in all this?
No, but if we consider my best friend and I sitting in our basement every day just going, so did you see this picture? Oh no, okay, you did? All right, okay, great. And then we just like separate and then come back and then re-talk about all of the new details. Yeah, it's great. We did buy Send It to Daryl hoodies because Lala Kent said send it to Daryl, and we're like, you know what, we want to send her daughter to college. We want this to happen, and I can't get enough. Like, if I was going to pick a highbrow show, it'd be Somebody Somewhere, but like,
I love that. So amazing.
but like, I did stop in the middle of the street to watch Vanderpump Rules the other day. I was like, oh, it's on. I can see it through the window. Right. Yeah, that's my current one.
So I'm Sean, and my current favorite show, I'm going to say the other two, because I have been very into it recently, and I feel like whenever I watch it, I like immediately need to text the bud about some reference it has made, and be like, why didn't you tell me about this, like, before I saw it? Yeah.
Okay, so favorite all-time show.
Oh, no.
That is so hard. I feel like it's like picking a favorite movie. It's like there's so many genres.
You know what?
There's so many.
I do too.
I also have a favorite movie.
Yeah, I do too. I have like a
Show
top
is hard
10.
for me, though.
I've got lists of like, yes, but I have.
What is the
one
first one that comes to your mind?
Yeah.
I mean, what are we ranking favorite show by like the thing you watch the most?
Okay, what would you watch the most? Yes, and you can watch.
That I can just watch over and over and over, like Parks and Recreation.
Sure.
Yeah, like any Mike Shore show, like The Good Place. I guess.
Oh,
actually. I'll swap it. The Good Place, I would say, is like
your all-time.
It is so like perfect.
And yours?
My name is Savannah Rideout. I didn't say that a minute ago. Alias. Alias is my favorite show of all time.
Alias is a great show, minus the last season.
That's fair.
It was not great.
No, I can nail the landing.
And I wanted, like, they had a writer's union here.
Yes, and I
was there, and I should have asked what I wanted to ask, but I said, why was it weird, instead of why did the last season suck? Because, and they blamed it on, They blamed it on something, but there was like a brand new
during the writer's strike or something weird?
I think no, they blamed on.
It was 2006, so it was before that.
Okay. Oh, they had to like
blamed it
work
on
around
that.
that.
Like, okay, that shouldn't affect how you write the show.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Once you see like phase 2, the season 2 episode where like that followed the Super Bowl, and that is like the pinnacle of like post Super Bowl TV.
Yes.
It's like I know what you can do. I've seen your mountaintop.
Yeah.
And we know we can compare and contrast all day, guys. Like it's
That's what I get for being nice and not just saying, hey, why did it suck?
yeah.
Because the last show was amazing. Okay, so what's your favorite all-time?
My all-time favorite show. Okay. I'm gonna have two answers. One is like my most watched. I call it like laundry shows that I will just put on when I'm doing chores.
That's
a
good question. We
don't have to pay attention to, and that one's just gonna be super basic Friends.
That is great. I bought a T-shirt for the festival. Find me on Sunday to see what it is.
Oh, I'm so excited!
Because it's the best
What a
show.
build-up. And then favorite, like, it's so hard, but I'm gonna see either Mad Men or Freaks and Geeks. It's like, I feel like they're so good, and the musical cues in them are so good. They're just like,
You just made me think of another one because every time I'm in like, you know, when you're in like an Airbnb and all you have access to is streaming and you just have to pick something to watch, I always put on Schitt's Creek. So I feel like Schitt's Creek.
That's your
might
laundry
be
show.
it. Yeah, it's like if I had to just like pick one show out of all of streaming that I'm just like mindlessly going to put on and it's going to be perfect every fucking time, it's Schitt's Creek.
Mindless laundry show is Reba for me.
I just did a Reba rewatch this year.
That is my favorite syndicated program.
Oh, Van, love of my life.
I wish they would do it like a reboot.
Yeah.
Yes. Scarlett Palmer. I always wonder where she is. The one that played Kira. Where is she?
Yes.
I don't know, because she also went away to like. They're on the table. I think she was anorexic.
Yeah, season 5 was a tough season.
Yeah. I just did a rewatch of Reba.
All right.
I'm constantly rewatching.
Guilty pleasure TV show, for lack of a better term.
Okay.
I feel like can I just say Hallmark movies?
Are you watching Ride?
I didn't. I weirdly go through phases with Hallmark where I burn myself out on the redundancy of the plot, and I have to take like a little break, and then I come back and remember like, oh, this is just like a cozy, warm tea.
Watch Ride sometime. It's really good.
I tried to watch the new one that was. I didn't watch Ride because I wasn't watching the one about the time travel one like right before that came out. There's one that came out on Hallmark. What was it called? Way Home. Yeah, and I didn't like it. And so I didn't see the ads for Ride, and then I heard about it, but I'd already not caught it, and it's really hard to like go back and watch a Hallmark show.
Somebody who saw that.
And so, in general, it's like guilty
I
pleasure.
can remind you every 2 weeks it did happen. Big guilty pleasure?
Yes, guilty pleasure TV show.
Summer House. I know I said Vanderpump Rules was my current favorite TV show, but Summer House feels guilty in a way in that like you're watching 40-plus-year-olds like party like they're 20, and I watched it on a very low volume, but I love Paige DeSorbo, and that's my answer.
And your favorite guilty pleasure TV show?
Okay, I am gonna steal what one of our friends said recently. And like, I also don't really believe in like guilty pleasure. Like, you like what you like, but I will say because I actually do feel guilty. I have recently fallen victim to the Nick and Vanessa Lachey reality TV show Empire, and have been very hooked on Love Is Blind lately.
Did you watch Perfect Match? That show was like Love Is Blind on crack.
No, we watched Love Is Blind, Too Hot to Handle, The Ultimatum. I think that's all I've
Mad at
watched.
season 2, Too Hot to Handle?
I don't think I actually finished season 2. Now that I think, okay, good to know. Good to
Like
know.
season 1, they split the money. Season 2, one person got the money,
Oh.
and that one person had sex on the show. Like, why would
That
you
is scandal. I would be outraged.
Okay, favorite
You have-
cocktail? Or like
Go to old fashioned.
Okay.
My favorite mixed beverage, I'm not much of a drinker, but I do love cream soda with Fireball. Your answer.
Oh.
Have you had bamboo rum root beer?
No, but that
Cream,
sounds
that
delicious.
cream bamboo rum.
Okay, I will.
It's like a vanilla float.
Oh, my favorite. Okay.
Favorite cocktail? I'm just gonna go to mimosa. Like,
Good choice.
it's appropriate most hours.
You have a favorite movie. What's your favorite movie?
Blue.
Oh, what is your favorite movie?
Almost Famous.
Oh, Romeo and Michelle's High School Reunion is my favorite.
Or you think there's no way
You don't have a favorite.
I feel like The Breakfast Club.
Okay,
Great. Or
yeah.
Princess Bride. I feel like those are
to you.
always like
You gave an answer.
could always
You're
turn
good.
it on.
I say Almost Famous, but similar to
I
like
love
when I go
that's also on the
to
list.
like what's streaming and I don't know what else to watch, I always put on. Well, I guess they're not. I don't know if they're on Netflix anymore, so I may not do it now. But Adventureland and Heathers.
Oh,
I go to.
Have
No, but I've listened to
yeah,
it.
I have seen
Yes.
the musical.
How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days is my streaming one that I'll just like put on because I can repeat all of the words.
Thank you.
Oh, this is great.
No problem. Happy to be part of it. Very fun.
It is fun.